want revenge, somebody might win it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now.
We are just across the Allegheny River from downtown Pittsburgh at rain-soaked Heinz Field in the Steel City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo. You. Big grip.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Shoot. Watch the safety creep. Let's go.
Now they try the right side here. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Ready? 30 base.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Hey, Zoo.
31's the mic. I got it.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Pilot, 64, read.
SOS.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go, D. Check, check. First down. 54. First down. Shift. Watch the shift. 25.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This is it. 19. I hope you brought your reps, because I'm about to take you to school.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They are going for it. Here's Watson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Denver.
Watson on first down. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I got you. Tight dog.
Now a handoff looking right. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Looking to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Strickland. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. These two teams all tied after 1.
Ready. 52. Watch the run. Check 50. Kill. Get it.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go. 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Here's the party now.
5.
31's the mic. Hey. 31's the mic. Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Got it.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Watson. He completes this to Sutton. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
down, he's coming. Give me that ball, defense. Check behind the rope.
After the run, Watson gonna throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Kill. That's 54. You got to get him fast. Come on. Tens the mic. Bandit. Let's go.
Here we go on fourth. Watson, and that is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Set. 19. 9.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, it's Watson. Now he'll escape to his left. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Get off the field. Catch the car.
That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30. 10. And can you believe this? It's 2 points the other way on the fumble return. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 24. Check 24.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. He'll lose a couple on what should be the final play of the first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Santos out now. He'll kick it away.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get tight. Let's go. Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Watson now to throw. Rolling to his right. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They're going for it. It's Watson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, it's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Curtis, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Reset. 19. 85. Check 9. Check 9. Big gas. Hop on. Hey, 31. Jim. Go.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm going back to you.
And they give this time to the tailback. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Greystone, travel.
Now they try the right side here. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hey, Haywood, snap.
They'll look to throw here. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now a toss going left. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit. It
does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's go, boys.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
First down, Denver.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
He's checking.
On first down, it's Curtis, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Pittsburgh.
27, Steelers 17.
It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. And an alley. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game. So hold on here. Not done in the fourth. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that Woody
He would have
Hayes?
kept it on the ground.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
3 down.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. His throw incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. He finds Beckham complete. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check, tight right. Solo out there, check the outside.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. He finds his target, Beckham. A gain of 6 there on first.
Your trip is here, baby. Your trip is here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Four down.
And he's got room. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Steelers 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. He juked him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to to the 26-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Back to throw, Watson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The end result, 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Broncos 34, Steelers 24.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
I'm going to hit you all day.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Hey, 4 down.
Bravo.
2nd and 3. Left side here, and it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down.
We got 4.
Hey, Echo.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the interception, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Steelers
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. He'll look to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Watch the run. Take 4, take 4.
Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here I come. Here I come. Hey, watch this. Watch this.
Watson now to throw. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.